let's have another argument on the pod. I'm gonna chug this Lily before I fucking punch you in the face.
Yeah, okay, then you're gonna have to fucking chug a little bit harder then. Welcome to Soft Launch episode 40! And we're going to clap it up off rip for episode 40. Look at us. Who would have thought that we would be here 40 episodes into our podcast?
I know, crazy.
Especially considering that, you know, we started on your podcast.
I know,
yeah,
we did.
Look at us now.
Look at us now.
And if you guys don't feel it at home, then we definitely... You understand? Should I press the wrong button? We still feel it. Feel it in my pussy. Oh. Yeah, that's where we feel it. And we feel grateful and happy to be here. I am JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And we are the Softies coming at you live from the launch pad, giving you our 40th episode of the Soft Launch podcast. We're very excited. We have a busy day ahead of us, so we're not going to play too many fucking games, and we're going to just jump right into our first
We got to put more energy into the other podcast because it's a bigger podcast than this podcast.
Yeah, I think the other podcast that we do shortly after this is going to be more viewers than every episode that we have combined. And it's what it is. But with that being said, we're going to hastily jump into our first segment. One thing about we. And Samantha's not on it because she missed the intro again.
I just
and
did
if you don't want to waste time, I suggest you jump on it. You understand? Yeah, you need to understand something. And what you guys need to understand about us is that we had another successful soft launch show. But more than a successful soft launch show, tell them what we had, baby.
You know, we had something called a sold out soft launch show. You understand?
So this one...
Yeah. Now you understand this. You understand?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All you other shows running around trying to sell tickets, you ain't selling out, though.
No.
You know, the only thing we do is sold out rooms. How many people fit in that room?
Actually, I'm unsure because the number's never right. But but about 50, 60, maybe 75.
Maybe 45 for real. And that's an ether on us, but we're happy because we sold them all. We sold them all in advance. We had a great show. Shout out to everybody that came through this past Saturday at the stand. We had an absolute blast. It was fucking disgusting outside.
Oh my God, it was a monsoon.
Absolute travesty.
And I was really worried that these people bought tickets and they're going to be like, I don't fucking care. You know, like, what's $20? If they use the promo code $10, they're like, I would rather stay home because it was flooding. Yeah. And then everybody showed out.
Everybody showed up.
Somebody an hour late, but who cares? They were there.
That just lets me know that we are hitting our target demographic. The Latins fuck with us heavy, but they just don't fuck with
watches.
With watches? What's the word when they don't fuck with punctuality?
Oh yeah. You were on a brain fart there.
I was struggling. Just like our patrons were getting to the fucking show.
Yeah.
But they came through. Sold out show. It was a fucking blast. Shout out to everybody that came through. We had the most suggestions. We had the most submissions that we've ever had on the show. We had great comments come through and kill it. We just had a blast. And
it was so much fun. Everything about it. Perfect. And we're excited to do it again next month on April 27th, Saturday, 5 p.m., same time, same location at the stand. 5
come
p.m.
through. Yep. We're going to have that ticket link up hopefully when this episode airs. If not, stay tuned because it will be coming at you quickly. But
promo code Monroe.
The live show is getting so much better and so much smoother because, you know, when we started, we were still figuring out what we wanted to do, how we wanted to do it, but we got these QR codes firing. Yeah. We got comics doing amazing work. Yeah. And then I feel like our live banter has just
gotten so good.
Just elevated.
It's just really, honestly, it's just, our show's an extension of this.
It's an extension of this.
We're just talking shit. We're just having a good time. It's, you know.
Imagine hanging out with us and then like 4 of our funniest friends. For a fucking late afternoon of pure bliss. Yeah. And it's just a great situation.
It is a really good time.
And we want to see you guys at the next one. And if you can't come, then subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, you'll see the live show.
You'll see every time that Samantha and I step on stage, you will see it on the Patreon. Yep. We will have those up when this episode airs. You can go over to our Patreon page, watch every interaction that we had with a very fun crowd, and then, you know, you're in. So you still should come to the show, but if you don't, it's okay.
But if you don't, it's fine. If you live far away, we get it. You're not going to travel to New York. We don't expect you to until we come to your city. But you can pay $5 on Patreon.
www.patreon.com/softlaunch. Yep. Get all the bonus episodes and all the live show footage. Yes. And shout out to our newest patron, Jessica something, because
Knapp.
we can't. Jessica Knapp. Clap it up for Jessica Knapp, our newest patron. We're just gonna hope that's what it is. And Jessica, if we got your name wrong, welcome to the inner circle.
Yeah,
because
we
make
don't
no
know
mistake,
anything.
Nika is one of our biggest fans, and I just couldn't wait to get her name wrong.
Jessie Knapp.
Jessie Knapp. What do we say, Jessica?
Yeah, but I'm sure your
Jessica,
name is
thank you for your money.
Or man, or it could be Jesse.
Jessica?
Jesse
Jesse Knapp.
McCarthy.
Jesse,
McCartney?
yeah.
McCarthy?
Whoever you are, thanks, Jess. You know, we also know somebody else named Jess, and they're the booker of the pair. Jess, give a spot.
Yes!
That's what it is.
Yes.
But we had a great sold-out soft lunch show, and then what we just fucked around and did is we followed that right up with another absolute banger last night. We had our Brownish comedy show at New York Comedy Club, which was absolutely wonderful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones so far, and I think it had something to do with the host.
Yeah, we had Samantha hosting, and she was very excited to do it, and I hope she's excited for the rest of her career, because make no mistake, she's in a box.
Yeah.
She's in a hosting box.
Call me JC Mendoza.
Yeah, you gotta do to others what you don't want done to yourself. And I'm not paying it forward, I'm paying it backwards. Everything in this game that I hate, just being pigeonholed as a host. I have high energy, you're gonna go a bullet. I'm just gonna do it to Samantha.
Yes.
And that's just what it is, and it's a good thing. I understand, and it's the only way it could ever be. And I'm very happy because she crushed it up top yesterday.
Yeah,
and then we had an absolute lineup full of nothing is better than running a show with all friends.
Oh my God, I love it. It's
All
because like
friends.
I genuinely am excited to bring them up. Like, you know, sometimes you have to say like, oh, there's this guy seeing all around town.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whatever. But when it's your people, it's so much fun. I love doing that. And then you have like little jokes too, like that I don't even care if the audience gets or not, but like just little things with you guys that I love it. It's
It was
so much
fun. Shout out to all the comments that came through and killed it. Alexis Bradby, Cab Washington came through, did a guest spot. And make no mistake, Cab Washington had the best that I've ever seen him have in my life. And it made me super proud. Because I used to think, before last night, I was like, I'm only friends with Cab because of his personality. Because it damn sure doesn't do nothing for my career. But he came through yesterday. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Such a good time. Shout out to Electra Tellis for killed it, Riley Lassen. And then the incomparable Gina Brion closed it out.
Yes.
Dropped an amazing set. And shout out to her husband that I met. You know what I'm saying?
He was super cool.
Yep. She's just, she's living every first generation Puerto Rican's dream. Just find a nice white guy and whiten the bloodline. And she did it, and he's really nice.
He seems
really
the
nice. Kid's super cute.
reason why he's saying he's nice is just because he was fucking with your jokes.
Well, that's all you need to do. I don't know if you guys are in a misconception about my personality and needing my feelings validated. If you just tell me you think I'm funny, I will ride for you, and it doesn't matter who you are. Like, it's very, in comedy, I'm not worried about the way that I'm gonna get canceled is because somebody really problematic is gonna really fuck with my jokes, and I'm gonna really ride for them hard body. I'm like, who gets a bad rep? Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
Just my guy.
Yeah.
But
Make
that's
no
all
mistake, if Dan Schneider called JC up right now and said, like, I want to do a show around you, JC would be like, whose dick do I have to suck?
Whose dick do I have to suck? And where can I throw away all my socks? Because I'm coming barefoot. It's what it is. Damn, we didn't even talk about. Did we talk about that last episode?
No, because we watched it the other day.
Yeah. So we got a lot to get to, but we had a great weekend of shows, and then the little cherry on top of the weekend is about 50% of our parents met.
Yeah.
It was a big deal for the joining of the Mendoza Santos clan one day.
It was a big deal. My mom. My mom's in her party girl era, make no mistake. My mom is out here in these streets just trying to get fucked.
Yeah, because
just how it has to be.
And you know what? Respectfully. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just shout out to Lilia. And we're back. We're clean. Our families had a great time meeting each other. It wasn't all of our families. Samantha's mom and my dad took us to a brunch in the hottest hot spot in the Lower East Side.
It was, honestly, I was excited for our parents to meet, but I was really more excited for you to get a little taste of what the Lower East Side really is. Because if you go to Lower East Side now, you have no idea what it's like.
Yeah, you think it's pianos. And you think it's motherfucking white women in their early 20s in full leather get-ups.
Yeah.
Stumbling around the city looking for dollar slices.
Yeah.
And while that is true, it's not what it is.
No.
Tell them what it is, baby.
The Lower East Side is just a little bit of an extension of the Bronx. You're really getting ahead of yourself with those things. You keep thinking I'm going to
No, but Bronx gunshots, violence.
No, 100%. We're so Puerto Rican in the Lower East Side that the DJ got at the thing and he's like, where are Puerto Ricans at? If you're not Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, I grew up, I didn't know there was anything else.
Yeah.
Like I remember somebody for the first time telling me they were Dominican when I was like in 6th grade. And then I was like, oh, is that in Puerto Rico? Like I had like no idea there was anything else.
Oh, what part of Puerto Rico is that?
They were like, no, it's another kind of country. And I was like,
oh, on the west side of Puerto Rico.
I was like, oh, you're not part of the United States?
Oh, so that's outside of Old San Juan.
Oh, please.
So you can't see the castle from where your family is.
How unfortunate for you.
You guys should come by. It's
oh my
really
God,
nice.
if I have to ever go to that fucking fort ever again in my life.
I do like to see it, though.
I don't care.
I like to see it.
Oh my God, I'm so over it.
What do you mean?
I'm over it.
How many
I've a bunch.
Yeah?
Too many times. I feel like every time we go there, it's like, oh, we should go there. I'm like, well, we did it already.
I like to go to Old San Juan. I don't go to El Moro anymore, but I like to see it. I like to look at it from afar.
Of course, yeah, sure, from far while I'm eating a little pastry.
But you're tired of the history tour?
Mallorca, I love it.
Oh, look at you, a little Mallorca.
You ever have it?
I think so, but I just don't know what it is. I haven't been to the island in a couple years.
Yeah, it's just a dish from the Spaniards, just because they raped and pillaged us. But it's great.
I know Mallorca is a place in Spain because I know their soccer team.
It's just this unbelievable bread. It's like sweet.
Oh shit.
And then they press it and they put powdered sugar on. It's like butter and powdered sugar.
Well, we're gonna have to go get some when we go to Puerto Rico in November.
Yeah.
To watch my mother get married.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Sepulveda. It's just I'm having a tough time. We're gonna reset it. Lilia. Shout out to my wonderful mother and her amazing partner Emmett. They will be getting married in November in Puerto Rico, and Samantha's gonna take a week off work, and we're just gonna spend half of the month there.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even care.
Yeah, we're gonna be having so much fun out in Puerto Rico. We're gonna pull up to my mom's wedding like 20 minutes late. Like, oh, we forgot it was your little thing today.
We're gonna you know what? Let's get a 2-for-1. We're getting married too.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna be in Puerto Rico in November. But yeah, the Lower East Side on Sunday was mad nice. Your mom got to meet my dad. They hit it off fabulously.
Yeah, they danced it to the hustle together.
Yeah, they hustled. They hustled, and as simple what I just told you is the key to getting into my heart through telling me my jokes are funny. All you got to do is tell my dad he knows how to hustle, and you're in for life.
Yeah.
In for life.
My mom as well.
Yeah. It's a very, very simple people we're from.
That's my mom. Just like, oh, look at him hustle. Let me go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It was so much fun. Shout out to Maria as well. The best.
Your nieces loved Maria.
Yeah.
Even Lala, for her to her credit, Lala is really nasty with everybody, and she wasn't bad with Maria.
Yeah. Lala is my niece that is a fuckboy. Yeah. She'll like let you in for a little bit and then be like, it's not even like that.
Yeah, you thought I was feeling you?
Yeah, you gotta catch her.
Yeah, but it was really cool.
Yeah, it was a great day.
Seeing our families interact. And it was just nice, man. It's nice. It's the first time I've ever, been in a relationship where my family is meeting the other person's family. I've never had that. And
wow.
It's really nice. And you can't say the same thing back to me.
No, absolutely not.
You are a whore.
Yeah. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, because this is a ship with a crew. I'm just the only member left.
Yeah.
Everybody else died of scurvy. I'm the only one looking for the booty.
You understand?
It is just what it is.
That's so funny.
We're having a blast.
We're
man.
having a great time.
And I really enjoyed seeing our families meet. And I can't wait for my mom to meet your mom. I feel like they're gonna get along famously. And then I can't wait for my dad to be pissed about that because
I think what my favorite thing is that it was like so my mom loves the hustle and salsa, and that's what kind of party it was. So it was just like make no mistake, we're the youngest people in the place.
Yeah.
My nieces were, but really everybody was about 60 plus.
Yeah.
And I love that your dad danced and came back. He sat down. He's like, your mom and Emmett would love this place.
Facts. And that is honestly,
there's the only. He's like, your mom would love this.
The only other time in my life where I was like, oh, look at my parents being nice to each other was when they were hustling at a barbecue out in Long Island that we used to go to every year. And then I was like, oh, look at you, Dad, some growth there, which really made me happy to see. And I think honestly, it's just my beautiful nephew being born. Shout out to KJ. Just bringing the family back together.
And it will.
And I love that. And I love to see my mom super happy, and I love to see my dad super happy. It's really nice.
What's that like?
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, because
you're rubbing it in my face.
Yeah, you wanted to have a family that stayed together for the kids when you should have got some parents that couldn't fucking stand each other and let them go through the full cycle of hatred.
If you think I wasn't with parents who couldn't stand each other, you're crazy.
Yeah, but they so what do you think? Well, while we're here and we're drinking Lily, why don't we just talk about why do you think your parents stayed together?
Yeah, financial reasons, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, my mom couldn't do it without my dad.
Yeah.
Because, my dad let my mom be, a stay-at-home mom for a really long time. And my mom, she'll always be like, that's the best thing he ever did. Mm-hmm. And then my mom got, like, a job where she worked in school with us. So we never had to pay for a babysitter because my mom was on the same schedule as us. But make no mistake, Catholic school?
Yeah.
They give you pennies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the worst.
Yeah, it's bad.
So my mom was making no money. Yeah. And, so she did that to, like, make sure she could watch us and stuff. But,
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's tough. Well, what would have helped is if, in the spirit of openness and transparency and honesty that lets you, like, grow apart and try to find something else, is if one of your parents would have cheated.
Yeah, that would have just had to end it.
That would have just ended it nice and fair and square, nice and clean break. And that's coming out. But we're cleaned up and we're back. And it's
if you think my mom wasn't always searching for that, if you think my parents didn't have arguments all the time about every single person my dad worked with.
Really?
My mom was looking for something all the time. Every time she got in the car. Why is my chair in a different thing?
Yeah.
And it'd be like, because I rode in it.
And then what did your dad actually get caught doing? Just getting too many Danishes.
Just too many Danishes. My mom's like, are you kidding me? My dad, but what's worse, because it was like, the evidence was there. Like, guys, for guys you might find, like, like a condom wrapper. My dad just came home with powdered sugar on his shirt.
That's my favorite story. Your dad, what's the pastry called?
They're called lobster tails.
They're called lobster tails.
They're filled with, like, a bunch of cream, and they're shaped like a lobster tail.
And your dad would come home from work, was it every day?
A couple times, and he'd be like, oh, I got a lobster tail for later for coffee.
Yeah.
But he'd have powder on his shirt, so she'd know he ate one already. And then she'd be like, that's the only one you had, Frankie? And he'd be like, yeah. Like, didn't even know. And then my mom went in his pocket, there's 2 lobster tails on a receipt. Yeah, she's like, if you want to kill yourself, go and be my guest.
Your mom living out the plot of the Whitney Houston song, It's Not Right, But It's Okay.
What about?
Just about pastries
is my dad having a sweet tooth.
It's fucking sending me. That is so funny. Your mom is crazy in the best way.
Yeah,
because it's like
so funny.
That's the definition of, like, when a man is like, I can't fucking do nothing. I can't do anything. My man can't even get a he can't get any human tail. He can't get any lobster tail. He can't even flip the coin and it land on tails. He's in the fucking shambles.
He can't understand.
It's real bad. No, that's
his
so
blood
funny.
sugar go up if he wants. He can't do nothing. This
that
guy.
Shit is so funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my God, it's so funny.
I'm excited for you to taste the benefits of divorce.
No, I want you to know my entire life. This isn't a new thing. I would be like, I wish my parents would just separate so I could see them be happy.
Yeah.
I would say that as a teenager. Like, they don't like each other, so I would rather them be separate.
Yeah.
But they just didn't. I was begging for it.
Yeah.
Once I, like, got out of, like, when I was younger, I remember every time my parents would argue, until you knew it was over.
Yeah.
From anytime my parents would argue, like, let's just get a divorce. Yeah. It was always like the end when it's like, hey, he just didn't pick up his sneakers.
Yeah.
Why are we getting a divorce?
Yeah.
So yeah, when I was younger, I would cry. I'd be like, no. And then when I was older, I'm like, just fucking pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Get it over with. And I wanted like sympathy Christmas gifts.
Yeah. I
never got any of that. I never got like anything like that.
Dog, best Christmas. And I don't even think my parents were a part of this time. I'm pretty sure I've told this on the pod.
Yeah.
Best thing of all time, Christmas morning, Santa gave me a N64, and then double Santa Claus.
Mamacita. ¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
That one came through with the PlayStation because my parents weren't on the same page, and it had to be the beginning of the end. It was so worth it.
And that you were like, thank God.
Worth it. What do we want, a healthy family? A healthy nuclear family?
You see like your sister's crying, you're like, shh.
Go pick Luigi, all right? Let me be Yoshi. You want to jump in? We're going to Star Road. All right, we're going to Rainbow Road. That's where we're going. And then,
funny.
20-some years later, my little sister came out the closet. So it all comes back.
It all comes back together, full circle.
She started on Rainbow Road. She came out of Rainbow Road. It's all what it is. But it was a lot of fun having your family meet some of my family. I'm super excited for your dad to meet my dad and my mom to meet your mom and everybody.
I think the most thing I'm excited about is KJ to meet the girls.
Oh my God.
It's going to make me explode. We're just going to come home. You're going to have to pull out this IUD with your teeth.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't think I've tried already, it's just that you're so tight that when I try to maneuver there, I mean, if you guys could only
feel it in my pussy,
and you would understand.
You understand?
that it's very, very difficult to navigate. We're getting dirty. It's cleaned up. We're back. A lot of that is out.
Yeah, all of it's out, and we're back.
A lot of that is out, but what's not out is me pulling. That's in.
Yeah.
One more time. And this is a good time to just shout out our good friends at Lily.
Yes.
Providing us with our beverage for the episode. They are getting their new shipment on April 1st. And if you guys think for 2 seconds that you're going to get your cans before we do, you're fucking sorely mistaken.
I actually think they said there was pushed back a month, so I think it's actually going to be May 1st.
Well, I think they're going to have a fucking problem on their hands. If I run out of
get some fucking Lily in my life.
If I run out of fucking cans again. But no, it was a lot of fun. And I'm very excited about the future and our families meeting more intertwining, because I have a lot of family members that I love, but I didn't grow up with a huge family.
Yeah.
And I see that opportunity for our future, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. And I did, and I like it. Yeah. It was good. No complaints.
Shit was lit. Yeah. What about, do you have anything else that you wanted to have? Because we had a very conjoined weekend. We were together.
No, we were together the whole time.
Almost every minute of every day.
That's really, I guess, our one thing about something about we.
Yeah, was that our families
met.
Yeah, the families are uniting. The houses are getting stronger through marriage. We will take over the Lower East Side.
We will do it. Yes, we will. One Puerto Rican at a time. You will not. One half Puerto Rican at a time.
You will not be able to take flight at the Mayfly without the approval of the two houses.
Yeah, I just wanted to also make a point that my mom's always like, everyone always thinks of Puerto Rican. Why? I'm like, well, Mom, where do you hang out? My mom brought us to a salsa night. My mom was dancing. I'm like, babe, you don't.
Yeah, why does everybody think I'm Puerto Rican? That's because you're asking that question while you're hustling.
Yeah.
Hey, Mamie, if you're wondering why everybody's Puerto Rican, everybody thinks you're Puerto Rican, have you ever looked at your ass in the mirror? That thing is fat.
You understand?
It's just what it is.
Yeah, shout out to the Mendoza guys.
Yeah.
Just commenting on my mom's ass.
Well, my dad did it because he listens to the pod.
Your dad, shout out to your dad.
Shout out to my dad.
Made a very funny joke.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Shout out to my dad, more importantly, for asking if it was okay first.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm going to make a joke.
Yeah, it was after the brunch. We're outside. He's saying bye. He's about to go to his car. He's like, can I say something that's a joke? We're like, yeah. He's like, Samantha's mom's got a fat ass.
Just listening to the pod. Very funny guy.
And shout out to Maria for being a great sport.
Oh, she's the best. And shout out to Maria's outfit, dog.
Yeah, shout out to Maria just being gorgeous.
Yeah, she had a new haircut.
Yeah.
She had the 97s, the Air Max 97s. She was just, my dad is lucky he's a good time because he was getting outdressed and blowing out the water. Just what it is.
Yes.
But we had a great time, Dad. If you're listening to this, drop a couple peach emojis in the comments, and everybody else listening, drop some comments.
We need some comments in the algorithm.
We need some comments on the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys see us on Instagram, but what you're gonna see is basically us on the side of a street in a cardboard box begging for change. That's what we need.
We're doing.
Begging for interactions.
We need the interactions.
Just fucking like it, comment it. You know what you could do. Start a close friends list with just Soft Launch and share our stuff there if you don't want to share it to everybody. We just need the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know shares are a lot, but share our shit. We love you guys. Drop some comments. We can't wait to hear from y'all. And I think that's going to bring us into our next segment where we talk about things we've watched or what's happening in the world.
Yes.
In the very adequately titled I So Boom. And the biggest thing that we watched this last week was the Nickelodeon documentary.
Yeah, Quiet on Set.
Quiet on Set.
Yo, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going into, right? Because that was not my algorithm. That was your algorithm. And I was hearing you listen to something, and I was like, I don't really know. And then honestly, I was reading like tweets, but because I didn't know who Drake Bell was. Yeah. I'm like too old to have watched that. Yeah. So I was seeing things with him, but I was just passing as I didn't care. And then I got to watch it, and I didn't. That was horrible.
Drake Bell was a big deal, cuz. Drake Bell is, being a child star and having a bad life is probably not an exclusive experience to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But fuck me, man, Amanda Bynes, bro. Holy shit, that was so sad.
It was
because you forget how fucking baller she was as a kid.
Absolutely on it she was.
She was a star.
She was wow.
Yeah.
It was like watching her do comedy at like that young age. I'm like,
stand up.
What?
Cadence better than mine right now.
Crazy. She was so great. And like as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my God, this absolutely inspired me, because I would watch her all the time and be like, I want to do this. And I would tell my mom all the time, because like I would watch like the Disney Channel was always like Orlando or in California. I'd be like, we need to go to these places. I want to be on these shows. And honestly, she's a huge part of like me wanting to do that. She was great to watch. And now to see her, I don't know what happened to her, if anything, at Nickelodeon, but it is just in general just really sad to see where she's come from and whatever has happened to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my God, so sad.
Yeah, but Nickelodeon specific, I mean, you see little kids dealing with racism. That fucking stinks.
That stinks.
That fucking stinks. And then dealing with the perversion of dudes and the feet stuff. And it was all nasty.
Honestly, it was really nasty. Honestly, though, in this case, I mean, if I was that one of those black kids, I'd be like, I'm glad they were racist. I didn't get touched.
I know.
It's crazy, but it was absolutely wild.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was, I think the most disturbing part for me was the part where the mom was like, yeah, this PA was like, yeah, let me get your daughter's email.
Yeah.
This producer, what is it?
Production assistant.
Yeah. Was like, yeah, I can help her get on things. It's like, babe, why would you do that
to a PA?
To a PA?
That is I don't know if if you guys have never been on a film set before.
The bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the bottom. The only thing beneath a PA is an extra.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
You know how many people? That's what when you said how you did a PA for one day, I was like, I know so many people that were just trying to figure it out that just like were PAs for a little while.
It's the worst gig
like
on the
anybody
planet.
Can get that job.
Yeah,
and. This guy was like, hey, let me get your 12-year-old daughter's email address so I can keep in touch with her because I'm in the biz.
Yeah, and if you like, at that point as a parent, you got to go to your 12-year-old kid and be like, can you talk to the AD at least? Talk to the fucking assistant director,
bro,
maybe
like,
casting
aim
director.
Higher. Come on, man.
You're fucking 12 already. Grow up, and we're going to clean that one up right there. That was a lot, but we're having fun. We're having fun.
No, we're making a joke. There's nothing funny about what we watched on Quiet on Set, but this is a comedy podcast, and we're gonna say inappropriate things. Yeah, we know they're inappropriate, but that also makes them fun.
You gotta let us go for it. And I there's no politically correct way to say this, but the Quiet on Set documentary about the hardships that these kids face was just fucking lit. It was so good.
Oh, the documentary.
Not what they were going through.
No, horrible.
But my experience watching it, I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's when we were watching it, and then you had to go to a spot, and I was staying home, and like you went to the spot, I was like,
I know.
Hurry up!
It was a 12-minute spot. I did fucking 5, and I rushed out, and I came home.
I remember you were like the train. Episode. You told me you were like the train is 10 minutes away. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Load it up.
I was pissed. Yeah.
No, really good watch, and it's very informative. You got to feel bad for everybody involved, man. Drake shit is horrible.
It was really bad.
I want to just tell y'all, go watch it and comment what you thought about it, and we'll go back and forth in the comments because I don't even want to take more time to elaborate on how fucking sad it was.
No, it was really, really sad. But I also am like wondering if they say like money makes you do weird things, or if these guys were perverts forever, and then I'm like, oh my God, like. The pedophilia in them like motivated them to
work harder
to get to these levels.
Well, I think the perversion always comes first because it's like when you start a network like Nickelodeon. Granted, I'm sure Dan Schneider at the beginning was just a clever writer for kids, which I think his success proves that he was. Yeah. But then you look at a lot of like things that he was relying on is, sexual innuendo, which like, and I told many people when we were talking about it the weekend, like it's wrote for teenagers, right? A lot of these things is like maybe 12 to 15-year-olds, maybe 6, whatever it is. These young kids, I've taught in middle schools. I know these kids are. They like dirty jokes.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
even
not
if they don't understand what it's about.
Even if they don't understand what it's about, the kids they're not nasty people, but they're fucking kids.
They
think curse words are funny. They think farts are hilarious. Like they're very much like adult. The things that we find funny, they find funny too. Yeah.
It's just that at this point, I think kids are seeing things a little bit more than we were.
100%. But that being said, like to think that kids are going to find these things funny is one thing, and that makes sense. But to be the reason why they're receiving it, like on purpose, like they're your target audience, and you're being kind of nasty,
and you're writing a dirty joke for a child. It's weird.
Because I swear to God, I told this like 100 times this weekend. When I was teaching in middle school, there was a streamer on the internet. He's still very big. His name is I Show Speed. He's a fucking huge deal. And one of the big things that he does, he makes a very obscene gesture, but he's a kid, or he was a kid when he did it. And all the kids in my class, out of nowhere, I'd just be teaching, and then you see kids in the back of the classroom just go, and they just start. No funny. I'll do it one more time just to give everybody a visual at home. I'd be teaching the class, and the kids would be like, just the whole time. And then I'd be like, guys, you got to stop.
The amount of times I've seen you do that gesture this weekend is troubling.
Because it's important to note
the amount of times he's told the story, I'm like, just say you want to suck a dick.
Yeah.
You keep doing the gesture, just say you want to do it.
And then I'm like, no, wait, actually, I did it a little bit wrong the first time. Let me do it one more time.
Yeah, let me do it on your real dick. Let me do it. Pull your pants down. Let me just try.
But yeah, the kids was doing that wild shit because they got it from a streamer. So you know they like the weird stuff. But when the dude is 40 writing it, that's weird.
It's weird.
Because kids watching kids be kids, that makes sense.
But also,
kids watching kids be kids doing things written by men, now you're getting weird.
But what makes it even weirder is that I don't think like the kids that are watching that streamer know that's a crazy gesture. Him making Ariana Grande like spill things on her face and do the thing with the potato, it's like, it's very strange because kids, like, I don't think Ariana Grande knew what she was doing in the moment, and I don't think the kids watching it, but it's almost like you're wanting pervs to watch this show and watch kids be like do things that are sexual. So that is almost like, are you kind of like showing like you're doing the show for perverts? Yeah, it's like a beacon. You're throwing up the bat signal for perverts. Like, hey, watch this. Shit is lit over on this side. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. That's the part that I'm like, ew, because the kids don't know what they're doing. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, until they get older. It's like the kid that was what was his thing? The
Little
kid
Fetus?
No, not Little Fetus. The one that had things on his arm.
Oh, Noseman.
Noseman, and all the noses looked like dicks. Like dicks and but balls it's when he got older and he saw it, he was like, oh my God, this is such a weird thing. It's so just that's the creepy part.
That shit is wild. It definitely trigger warning for anybody to watch it, but you know, it is a good watch. We recommend it.
It definitely shows you it does those kind of things do make me nervous to have a child.
Yeah, but it doesn't make me nervous. It's like I'm never gonna put, like, I respect people who are child actors, but I'm never gonna. No, not
even just that, but it's like, you know,
just that they're perverts out there.
They're perverts out there and they know where to go.
Yeah.
And they know where there's fucking loopholes because apparently you can have a kid's network and not background check people.
Yeah, they had pedophiles working at a kid's network.
like pedophiles that were already convicted of being pedophiles and
registered sex offenders.
Yeah, working on a kid's network. It's like you can't trust anybody. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, shit is very weird.
Yeah.
What else has been going on? Unfortunate. Thank God we got the clip out.
Thank God.
And the episode out before when we did, because Kate Middleton. Apparently, she got a little bit of the cancy wants. Yeah, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to her.
Let me say that. I do feel like everybody on the internet, like, oh my God, I was laughing. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
It's
I'm going
what
to hell.
It is. You know
let's calm down. You were going to hell long before. Those tweets.
And it's also like let's
you
also
masturbate. You perpetuate homosexuality. You're going to jail. You're going to hell. Yeah.
And obviously, I wish Kate Middleton the best, but let's not act like she's not going to hell.
Yeah, of course.
She's in the royal family.
What does she do? Oh, yeah.
They're the worst family.
You're the product of incest, brother.
Yeah, so I don't think she is, because she's like one of the, like, he went out and got her in a school, but she's definitely okay. She's just lump them all in together. Yeah. And I think Meghan Markle said she was a little racist towards her. So
did she?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are saying though, and this is our Gio Perez portion of the podcast.
Oh God.
They are saying that the video was completely artificial.
Yeah, they're saying it's AI, but that's just, I mean, at this point, it's out of control.
Did you do some of the research?
I did. She was wearing the same shirt as she was wearing something else.
2018. Who does she think she is? Me?
I think people wear the same things.
Yeah, but do royals wear the same things?
I'm sure if we Googled, we could see her in the same outfit multiple times.
I saw a little split screen. She had a ring on. She didn't have a ring on.
No, it's just the shadows.
No,
anyway.
it's ridiculous. She probably is very sick. I hope she gets better.
I hope she gets better. She has 3 kids, and the people are like, yeah, but why wouldn't she tell? I'm like, oh, well, because you don't matter. Yeah, if you person from Ohio, you're not even part of her country. You know what I mean? Fuck off. I'm so sick of the internet. Like, it's fun it was fun to like decide where she was. Oh, that was funny. When people start taking it seriously, now I'm like, you're a fucking loser. Get a life. Get the fuck out of here. You think she needs to answer to you? She's a fucking princess.
Queen now, almost.
Yeah, almost. Well, when he dies.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a little bit of the cancy-wancy too.
Yeah, the whole family. Maybe they got to move Buckingham Palace. I think there's some radiation in there.
Yeah, I think it was built on a plant.
No, that shit's sad. Hopefully she gets better. So we're sorry about that, but how the fuck are we supposed to know?
How are we supposed to know? And honestly, I feel like we were being funny. We were being so ridiculous. We weren't really, you know what I mean?
So I apologize for absolutely nothing. Yeah. The double champ does what he wants, and that's a kind of.
Did you really think she was dead?
No, but I mean, it was a possibility.
I didn't think. To be honest, I was like, it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
and I was like, I thought they were probably having problems, and she was like, I don't want to be around anything.
Yeah.
And then, it isn't that, but it's also like, hey, I have cancer. I actually don't want to do any of these things.
Samantha has a lot of experience. She can sniff people in a marriage when they're not happy from across an ocean, because she just spent her whole life in a house like that.
If you think that I don't notice everybody's patterns when they stop posting their significant other on Instagram, if you ever wonder, I wonder if people notice. I do.
Yeah,
I do. David all the time, I'm like this. I think this person,
they're breaking up.
Or they're not together. I was like, hey, this person just got a divorce. And and then he started looking, he's like, you're crazy. Yeah, I think she did.
You are a crazy kid.
Yeah, I know immediately.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always so like nervous when I ended things. I'm like, people are going to catch on.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. What are you going to do? Life is life. Life is, did you finish your Lily already? Look at you.
Got a sip left.
You little whore bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to, hopefully Kate gets through that cancer.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Not your cancer, but, you being
our clip was,
yeah.
even though Instagram wouldn't show it to anybody.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it any different than any other clip that we ever post. And other than that, there's not really too much going on. There's Kendrick and Drake are beefing. Yeah. The girls are fighting. And that doesn't make me happy. Kendrick and Drake, I like when they beef because I feel like, I like hearing Kendrick go at people because he's very good. Drake is going to be subliminal, whatever. The sad part of all of this is that Drake and Future are beefing.
I didn't even think you were going to be ready to talk about it.
And I'm not. But we're here.
I just want to be honest.
I really don't. It really makes me sad. I've watched so many videos breaking down why, and I saw the girl that allegedly they're beefing over.
Oh, it's over a woman.
Yeah, she's all right, but she's she's like an Instagram model, kind of. I'm sure as a person she's fine, but like dime a dozen visually because they all look from a certain mold now. Yeah. And it's like, come on, guys! You guys make so much good music. Yeah, and it's like,
what are you guys gonna do? What are you gonna do with this girl anyway? You're not gonna be with her.
Neither one of you were.
Yeah, it's like Future. We know you're not.
Yeah,
you know
Drake,
what I mean?
Look at you. Who do you think you are?
Yeah, come on.
You guys have made so many songs about not letting bitches get between the homies, and you guys went and did
you already know what it is.
I mean, Drake is probably, I love Drake.
Drake's probably the one that's being a pussy about it.
It would be an absolute honor if Drake were to slide into your DMs and like, so you could like screenshot it and post it and I could look pathetic. It would be an honor.
Yeah. You know if somebody could tell me that if he slid into my DM and told me that my body was tea.
Yo, for real. Honestly, because it is. And that's on period. You know what I'm saying? So it would be an honor for me. Drake could never beef with me because I'd never beef back. I would be like, yes, daddy, let me like the guy from those TikTok videos, like, oh yeah, Papa, that's me with Drake.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
love that.
But Future and Drake, they're both doing so well. They're never gonna wipe these hoes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't really get it, but they'll be fine. They're gonna be fine. I hope so.
I really do because and then. Yeah, that just makes me sad. So emotional. When you see me, just ask me how I'm doing. Yeah. Because Kendrick also sent a shot at J. Cole, and I don't really I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I ride for J. Cole. I love Kendrick too. They're neither one of them are gonna fucking drop music. So fuck them both.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking matter. But that being said, we're going to jump into our next segment where we get into questions, confessions, and submissions from our loyal audience members. And we're gonna start with doing some that we got from the show.
Yes.
That we didn't get time to get to. So if you came to the show and you submitted something but you didn't hear your thing talked about, now is your time because this is time for our segment. That's what they saying.
What they saying.
And what they saying is what we're about to talk about.
All right. Well, we could do do you think money can buy happiness?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. We got that question in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
And if you go to our Patreon, you can see how we handled it in the moment. And just after reflection, because we were very much, money can buy happiness. And then after a couple of days of reflection,
Yeah. I'm still thinking
standing 10 toes down in that.
Anyone who answered at the show and was like, no, it can't. I'm like, well, you're rich.
Yeah.
So it is like, well, it can't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might not be able to buy happiness, but I'm not going to be sadder than I am now.
Yeah. I mean.
So give it to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather be unhappy in a nice home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing would make me happier than being able to be on my couch, on a beautiful luxury couch, windows everywhere, sunlight, plants everywhere, and I could just order some Uber Eats, order some peanut nudes to the house. Come on. And I don't have to think about anything.
Yeah, like would you rather cry in a Bentley or would you rather cry in a fucking 2006 Nissan Altima?
Yeah.
Because I've cried in an Altima. And I'm good.
Yeah, I've cried on the F train, so it's just what it had to be.
Yeah. No, I've been poor. I've been poor.
Yeah.
And rich people, they have more fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's gonna buy happiness.
I don't think it's gonna buy happiness, but it's not, like I said, it's not gonna make me any worse off than I am now.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine getting rich and getting worse. What? Yeah. How bad do you have to be at being rich?
I also think that people that say money can't buy happiness probably got money like at a young age, or they were chasing it for the wrong reason.
Here, and let's be real. If you think Kanye West is sadder now that he's rich and gone off the rails than he was when he was fucking eating shit in Chicago, you're fucking sorely mistaken.
Yeah, you're insane.
Yeah.
There's just no way. I just can't. People that say that, I like I said, I want to be rich enough to make that decision.
Yeah.
I'll see when I get the money. I'll let you know. But I don't think it can buy happiness. But it would make me. It wouldn't buy it. It would just make me.
Yeah,
it would just make me happy.
I think if you ask any rich person, Kanye, would you rather have your 1-bedroom apartment struggling paycheck to paycheck, or would you rather have your Nazi propaganda and your scantily dressed Italian wife? What would you rather have? And
yeah, or it's just like however you're feeling right now, Kanye. Would you rather feel it right now when you have $1 billion in the bank, or would you rather feel it when you had no money? I would rather feel it with $1 billion in the bank. There's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, here's the question that I'm going to propose to you all. Would you rather be Kanye West, or would you rather be? Which would you rather? They're both going through the same thing.
It's true.
One has a lot of money and one has none.
Yeah, one has negative 4,000.
Who's doing better?
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
All of that's out. None of it's in. We're here. We're having a good time. We're washing it clean.
No.
We're just having a blast.
I just finished my Lily.
Yeah, well, you can't get another one till next week because these
you have me on a.
We only have 2 cans left, cuz.
Yeah, I know.
We got none more.
Crazy. It's kind of crazy.
What else do we get to talk about?
Hold on. Okay. What do we want to do? Okay. I don't know which one do you want to
do. We got one. We didn't answer the one about pizza, I don't think.
Oh, yes. What's your favorite New York pizza and why?
What's our favorite New York pizza and why? What do you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Mine, you can go.
For me, New York pizza is not about going to the perfect place and getting the perfect slice. Although there are a plethora of very delicious, high quality pizzas.
Yeah, it's not the pizza that you're eating, it's who you're eating it with.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Damn.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Worse than anything I've ever seen.
You've ever heard that saying?
No.
Like moments are, it's who you're with.
That sounds like something that would come in.
Yeah, it's a lifetime, it's a stupid quote.
That would sound like something that comes in the Live, Laugh, Love package.
No, yeah, it sounds like something that Ish would post on his fucking stories.
Yeah, hey, black man, we just want you to know that.
Yeah, it's not the pizza that you're eating, it's who you're eating it with.
Yeah, that sounds like something that Tara has on her wall in her apartment right now. It's just what it is.
Go ahead now.
But no, it's not about how good, me finding the perfect slice. In New York, I love New York pizza because there's so much good pizza and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, their accessibility, I could throw a stone and get a pizza worth consuming.
Yeah, exactly.
So when people ask me I'm in town, I want to get the best pizza, where do I go? I couldn't even fucking tell you. But I know wherever you go, it's going to be fine at the very least.
It's going to be better than wherever you're from.
Yeah. So just fucking maybe suck it up. Maybe go to Two Bros.
Shut the fuck up and have a fucking pizza.
Yeah, go to Two Bros. Honestly, Two Bros dollar slices are my favorite things to get.
What I was going to say is, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Like when people are like, what's your favorite pizza from New York? I'm like, I don't know. Some people are like, where's your favorite bacon, egg, and cheese? Whatever store's closest to me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like that has become the whole thing. Like, you have to have a favorite. If you're from New York, what's your favorite fucking order at the store? I don't know. Whatever I'm in the mood for at that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I'll have whatever pizza's around. Whatever's the cheapest.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, New York, I hate how
But
New
it's
York,
gotta be Little Italy.
Little Italy's, it's not that good, but it's great.
Great.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
great
just
pizza.
a place. There's a bunch of them all over the city.
It's just our pizza place.
There's a Little Italy by us, and we order from it, and it gives us slices.
Yeah,
you can order a couple
by the slice for delivery.
Get a couple of matzi sticks,
and that's good money. I feel like New York culture has devolved into this deep cut culture of what is the specific? Give me the specifics about
corny.
This one aspect of life, and make it seem like if you don't like this, then you're not a real person from this. And I think it's so tacky.
It is, and
I don't know where this fucking started.
I don't remember anybody ever talking about this until recently. It's like a social media has everybody has to have this I'm this and stick to it, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I like whatever pizza I eat. I don't what I mean?
I think the best chopped cheeses in the world are in Queens on 179th, but that's because that's where I like to get my chopped cheeses from.
Yeah,
somebody from Harlem is not going to think that the chopped cheeses from my deli are better than the chopped cheeses from their deli, and they love their deli because it's right fucking there.
Yeah, and I hate people that do the thing that they'll be from the Bronx, and they'll be like, nah, because if you go to Brooklyn pizza's different. It's a little crispy. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You think they're all using the same fucking ingredients? They don't even know each other. What the fuck? Like, there's different water in Brooklyn. We're all drinking the same thing.
It's true. I
hate when people do that. I'm like, and also if you live in the Bronx, you've never been to Brooklyn.
What we gotta do?
It's too far away.
100%. What are you gonna stay on? What are you gonna stay on the 4 until fucking past Brooklyn Bridge?
Get out of here.
Honestly, man, it is fucking annoying, and I want to I want to realign New York culture with, like, if you ever see somebody doing the "you not from New York" if you don't. That person's not from New York anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's so fucking annoying.
It's the worst.
New York is mad big. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go in New York, from a block to block basis, has a different culture.
100%.
Like in Manhattan itself, you got the Lower East Side is way different than Harlem.
100%.
Way different than Harlem. And you got Puerto Ricans up in Harlem, and you got Puerto Ricans down the Lower East Side. It's two completely different communities.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like you have the Lower East Side and then Soho's right there. There's two completely different neighborhoods.
Dog.
Everything is so different.
Bro, if you don't think the Puerto Ricans in Harlem fucking want to shoot and murder on site the Puerto Ricans from the Bronx, like, why are we grouping them together for preference if they don't even like each other in real life?
In real life, it's so true.
There's people in the Bronx that got beef with people in Brooklyn, but you not from New York. If you don't get your chopped cheeses from here, you guys don't even like each other.
It's so corny. I can't. I'm so over it. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know, and I hate anytime like someone finds like, oh, you're born and bred here. Okay, so where's your favorite pizza?
Time
I'm
for
like,
a quiz.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so fucking trash,
all of that. Where do you get this? I literally never had like the deli that I went. It's just whatever was around. I mean, obviously the deli like I grew up with was on the corner, but I'm not like when I go back to my mom's like I gotta hit up this deli. Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I have places like if I'm back at my grandma's house in Astoria, there's a grandma slice around there that I really like that I'll get. But it's not like death. Like it's not like that slice or I'll kill myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I fucking hate that, and that's our New York rant. I hate it. And that being said, I'm from Long Island, so I don't really have a right to be talking. But it is fucking annoying. Even Long Island people are like that. I feel like the appeal of living in New York for so many people for so long was that it was so many things were happening. It was such an inclusive place, and it's like we got the internet, and we've gone so hard to be
go the other
as simple-minded as the people who we make fun of from other places.
Literally, the amount of people I see in comments that get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Go back to where you came from. I'm like, I don't think that you could. You didn't like that when that was being said to you. Why the fuck are you saying it to somebody else?
If because people be saying that to you, she's not really from New York. Transplant, get out of here. And it's like, dog, if you want me to go back where I came from, you wouldn't have an apartment to live in because you're a transplant living in the wrong neighborhood.
Literally,
it's mad annoying. I
literally.
hate it. But that being
drives
said,
me nuts.
I'm
not from New York. My grandfather used to fly pigeons on the fucking roof. I'm the most New York you ever gonna fucking see.
Yeah, my grandfather used to own a delicatessen in Astoria.
Did he really?
Yeah, and he worked at Con Edison.
No. At Con Ed?
Not the whole time. He was like a machinist. So I think he was he did contract work with them. But my fucking grandfather on my father's side, he had two of the most New York jobs you could fucking have.
Literally, he was in the fucking union. And make no mistake, he was working for Con Ed just because he wanted to have the good benefits. 25 an hour. Then he was opening his deli. So it had to be done.
My grandfather came to this country, didn't speak a word of English. Yeah. He's from New York. You understand?
You understand?
My grandfather's son lived in Astoria his whole life, born in minus 5 years in Cuba. Yeah. He lived in Astoria his whole fucking life. He is the only black man in his friend group, and he is a white Italian man. He's from New York.
True. It's like sometimes I talk to my dad, I'm like, are you the Italian one?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Samantha, your father has a tribal tattoo right now.
Oh, 100%.
He's from New York.
He's from New York. You understand? Okay. We're on red, so it's gonna die. Right. So we'll just do another one, and then we'll heat out.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a short one today.
Yeah, short one today.
What's the craziest moment you've ever had on the subway?
Craziest moment I ever had on the subway? Oh, I have one. So I was coming home from work when I used to do that. That's crazy. So it was a long time ago. But I was working at like one of my first jobs out of college, and I was coming home from a happy hour. And there was this guy who was drunk on the train, and he was like just getting up in mad people's spaces. Yeah. Like, and there was mad space on the train, but he was just a drunk white dude just getting up in everybody's space. And then he was waiting for somebody to bump him, and then when they did, he would go off. Yeah. Right. So I'm on the train for like 10 stops with this guy, and he keeps causing problems with people, and somebody says something to him, and he starts cursing him out. I'm like, bro, you fucking started it. Leave him the fuck alone.
You said that.
I started spazzing on him. And then we're in Astoria. We got 2 stops left till I'm home. And then I start yelling at this guy. And then he's like, he's going to go get off the train. I'm like, yeah, get the fuck off the train, you fucking loser. And then he's like, what stop are you getting off on? You getting off on the next stop? I'll meet you there. And we're going to fight. I'm like, motherfucker, just stay on the train. Let's both go there together. And then he got off. I was nervous as shit. I was nervous as hell.
I would be so scared.
I was dumb scared, but he never showed up.
Thank God.
He was drunk as hell. But that was so. He was just trying to start a problem with everybody.
I hate that. Mine is I've had some scary ones, but I'll tell you a funny one. There was one time I was in the A train. And I have my head down. This guy comes and walks in front. There's three of us. Guy stands in front of us, and he is wearing like way too many layers of clothes, right? So it's like he has on like
Joey from Friends.
No, he has like a flannel suit on.
Okay.
But underneath it is mad clothes, and he is sweating, and he starts fully tap dancing. No taps on though.
Oh, no.
And he's like, yeah. The devil can't catch me. The devil can't catch me. He thinks I'm on the E train. I'm on the A train. And he's just like tap dancing. And it's three women, and it's like an empty train.
Yeah.
I lost it. I started hysterical laughing.
Very funny.
He was dripping sweat. So I know he's been tapping.
Yeah.
You know, like he's just been performing for people, letting them know the devil can't catch him. And I started out loud, all of us, and then he ended up going to another car and I guess doing it to somebody else. Like, and he didn't react to us laughing. Like,
did he even ask for money?
No, he was just
just
letting us know that he was on the A train. The devil thought he was going to take the E, and he was in so many clothes. He was dripping sweat. It was the middle of winter.
That's so
and he was
funny.
Dripping sweat, and he must have been tapping forever.
That's what I want to do when I think of a good joke. I want to just go tell everybody.
Yo.
But that man had the fortitude to actually do it, because that's hilarious.
It was hysterical.
I'm gonna start saying that.
It was
now.
hysterical.
It's like the devil can't catch me. He thinks I'm on the A train. I'm on the E. Yeah, that's so funny. And guys, we're back.
We're back.
We're back, and what to you guys at home looks and sounds a little bit different. I know my hair was down a couple seconds ago, and Samantha had a whole different outfit on.
Yeah.
But our camera actually died. That's actually what happened. Our camera died. Dad, if you want to be on the pod, act like you want to be on the pod, and get us a new camera. You're always asking us, but what camera do you want? How about you take some initiative? No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna
Not
look
kidding.
over. Yeah, no, we're gonna look over new cameras, and we're
gonna send them to you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new camera within the next 5 episodes. That's an intention that I'm setting, because we just have to get one.
We just have to at this point. It's charging, but it's not charging, and it doesn't make any sense.
Life has been tough, but we're here.
But we are here. Our camera died. We did another podcast. Went out to do that. We ate at Wohop. Make no mistake, it was delicious. And now we're back, and I've got the itis.
Yeah, we got the itis, but we have to finish our pod. We have to finish this episode, and I don't know what part cut out for you guys.
It was when I was talking about the person that danced on the train for me.
It was so funny. Yeah, so funny. God wanted you. God was shutting it down. He was like, this can't get out there. Because you know what? That was probably God dancing.
It's probably the devil.
It's probably God. No, it was probably God. And that's why God is shutting you down, because the devil can't catch him.
Yeah, I think it was the devil because he was sweating like he was in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I think you'd be sweating too if you were just praising God because the devil couldn't catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was in a 14-piece suit
a full
in the middle of July.
A full praise sweat.
The middle of July.
Or it was just Derek Gaines just trying out a new bit, which I think he would do.
Guys, I'm putting my feet up. This is normally saved for the Patreon.
For the Patreon, but you guys are getting premium content.
Yeah, you're lucky if you get a Patreon this week. I'm excited.
Yeah, me and Samantha, make no mistake, almost just had an argument because I was like, I'll just upload the show, and Samantha's like, no, let's do an episode. I'm like, oh, so only when Samantha wants a break do we take a break. But when JC, bitch, you are yawning, and I need you to fucking act like you have energy, because you are why we're here. All right? So we're here. We're having fun.
We're having a great time. We are going to do another question.
Yeah, the last question we got is from one of our
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but we're gonna do it because Samantha needs to fucking shape up. Shape
up.
Yeah, you better shape up.
Because I need a man, and in my heart is set on you. You know the song?
Nope.
I just did a rock version of it, but it is from Greece.
Okay, thanks.
You better shape up. You know that song? You're the one that I want. You are the one that song?
Oh, that's good.
Honey.
Yeah, thank you for wasting battery.
Anytime. I saw one comment that said, I love it when Samantha sings, and I'll forever do it. This is for you.
Yeah, shout out to you and shout out to Samantha. The last question we have is from one of our most loyal softies, Maria Maverick. Shout out Maria. And she wants to know, what album do you feel describes you?
Okay.
Like you as a person or us as a couple. For me, it's not an album, but I feel like I identify the most with J. Cole's mixtape called The Warm Up.
And why is that?
Because it's basically it's the mixtape that J. Cole made when he got signed to Jay-Z, but he was still very unknown. And
he didn't make Nas proud.
No, that was way later. That was Born Sinner.
No, I'm just saying he didn't with this.
No,
mixtape.
but this mixtape made Nas proud.
Okay.
Nas liked this mixtape. It was Born Sinner. That was his first album. That was later. That was after Workout. Nas didn't like Workout.
Okay.
Which J. Cole was like, but you made, and then Nas said he didn't like that song, and J. Cole was like, you made
Uchi Wally.
You made what's the song called? You Owe Me? Yeah.
I don't know.
Shorty, say what's your price?
Uchi Wally, isn't it?
Nope. Not Uchi Wally.
Oh, you're right.
Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Now I say you owe me something. Yeah,
owe me back like we read. Yeah,
owe me back like it's money I spent.
spent.
Yeah, so J. Cole said you made that, and that's the same thing. But yeah. So the warm up is basically just J. Cole, still hungry, still poor, but like really on the cusp of opportunity, and that's unfortunately how I felt. I feel like I identify with the most of my life right now, especially because I'm a late bloomer and I got started on my journey a little bit later. But I feel like I'm very much in the warm up, so I feel like that describes me right now.
I would say probably The Diary of Alicia Keys.
Yeah, I was gonna guess E minor for you or A minor.
A minor, big for me as well.
Yeah.
But songs A minor was really big, but I was really young, so I had to go back and like understand those songs.
Yeah.
Because I was only 13 when it came out, so like there were things on there like love shit that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But when Diary of the Keys came out, I felt like I was a little older and I loved it. I can sing every song back to front. But I also would say that Beyonce's Lemonade. Yeah. Like not because I've been in a relationship where my husband cheats on me, but just like because of the way she picked each song out, I just felt like it was. I identify a lot with grief. Yeah. And the whole album is about that. And I really her first song, Pray to Catch Me or whatever it's called. It's just basically like, I know you're cheating on me. I have no proof, but I'm praying that you catch me listening to you so that you can be like, what are you doing? And I can figure out what's going on. Like, and it's such a good thing. It's about intuition. And I feel like I've lived my life like that. So I would say both songs.
Well, it's just a great sign for our relationship that you identify the most with a woman getting cheated on. I know it's not about us, but it's like that describes you.
Well, just the phases of grief and like how how she went through it and how she came out on the other side. The end of the album is a beautiful few songs.
I get it. And it's beautiful for you. That's both too well for us. Yeah, but it's what it is. And I think if an album had to describe our relationship, I would say it's Hamilton, the part one.
I would say it's the Carters. Shout out to Monroe Martin.
The Carters. I still haven't listened to it. But I heard it's good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Everything is Love.
Give me Hamilton part one and then the Carters. That's a pretty fucking that's a gnarly mix, but those are gonna be the albums that describe us. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be the episode.
Peach fuzz and you can't even grow it.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good for me, big for me, emotional for me. And I hope you guys felt emotions. Yeah. And what was honestly a monumental episode for us was episode 40.
Episode 40.
It deserves a grander finish, but sometimes life beats you down.
It does.
This is honestly probably the perfect parallel of how we're going to feel physically when we get to 40 years of age.
I was about to say, yeah. I was going to say, this episode's got a couple of weak joints.
Yeah, this episode's got a couple weak joints. The episode...
It's got a bit of sciatica coming up.
Yeah, the episode, make no mistake, has a bad back. It's just been through a lot, and sometimes when it wakes up and it's a little cold outside, the wind blows right through, and it makes it a little achy.
You got a couple slip discs.
Yeah, and
a couple vertebrae out of place.
And that's gonna do it for us here at episode 40.
Yes.
We got plenty of stuff coming up. We have our next soft launch live show, which will be on the 27th
of April,
Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Stand. The link will be in our bio as soon as we get it. That's gonna be a blast. Samantha's going to be in Stanford this Sunday. This Saturday on the 30th.
Saturday, this 30th at 4:30. It is an early show, but it's gonna be a great show. And I also am gonna be in Stanford. This comes out on Wednesday. I'll be in Stanford on this Thursday with Prohibition, Matt McCoy, Kevin McGloin. It's going to be a great show. My boys love them. Going to have a great time.
Yep. So everybody in the Stamford, Connecticut area, make sure you go see Samantha. You're going to have 2 chances. And after that, you're going to have to fucking count your days. Also, I'm going to be in Portland, Maine on the 12th of April at Wild Root Kombucha through Boston Comedy Club. Tickets will be in my bio for that. I'm going to be in Philly on the 4th of May with the Prohibition Boys. Our early show as well, 4 o'clock at the Helium. And then I'm going to be in California from the 8th to maybe the 13th. I still haven't texted Max Manikoff to iron the days out.
Yeah, say to the 10th.
Yeah, say to the 10th. I can't do that because the theater's on the 11th. So
even on the 10th, come back on the 11th at night to take it away. I understand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we love you guys. I'm
We
Jason
love you.
Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos. Bye.
Peace.